I never do FaceTime. I hate it. And I also really hate sharing stuff online and letting people know my personal things. But when I've been looking for information on what I'm going through and my operation, I've not been able to find too many videos, especially women my age going through the operation that I'm going through. So I thought best to open up and share, and just if there's anyone ever looking for this kind of information, then the more the better. What I have found is there was little on YouTube that I could find, and I was really particularly looking for UK operations because I know that they would be going through the same kind of setup that I'll be going through, and their experiences will be similar. But when I looked on Instagram, there are hundreds of women sharing their stories and really opening up on there, and that's really helped. So definitely look on Instagram and look at hashtags, look at laparoscopy, hysterectomy, endometriosis, all of those things. Follow those hashtags and you'll find lots of women on there, really open, really warming. Lots of people have messaged me actually and really shared their really personal accounts of what their bodies are going through, how they feel mentally and how everything is affecting them. And it's really helped me. It's helped me make some quite big decisions actually, just seeing what my new surgeon, who I trust, I don't distrust him, but very quickly in a very short appointment gave me the choice. Do I lose my ovaries when I'm having my hysterectomy next month in September? And then quickly offered me, well, recommended Tibolone, which is a hormone that he offers or recommends to women who are going through, well, I'm going through a pre-surgical menopause. Sorry if that terminology is not correct. And then after I left the appointment, I thought, wow, he's only known me for minutes and doesn't really know how my periods and my hormones have affected me personally, and they affect everyone differently. So just reading other women's accounts and how going through early menopause and surgical menopause is making them feel, and what help is out there, and it's not good, it's terrible. I actually don't want to go from what I am going through, which is constant pain, endometriosis, adenomysiosis, I'm not sure if I've pronounced that correctly, just constant pain. My old surgeon has kind of thrown his hands in the air and said, I really don't know what it is. I've had an ablation, which is where they take the lining of your womb out, because my periods were so heavy I couldn't even stand up when I was on my period. I needed 2 or 3 days laying completely horizontal, otherwise I just bleed through. It's not nice. Work was really difficult. I can't walk. I just kind of shuffle around and I'm constantly attached to a hot water bottle. So with all those things, I am having a hysterectomy. That is because, one, to do with the pain that I go through, but also when they've checked all my cells and things that have been removed from my last laparoscopy operation, they found that I have atypical hyperplasia, which I wasn't sure what was. It wasn't explained to me very well until my new surgeon, like black and white, wrote it down for me, and it is precancerous cells. And that was found a year ago. So although I don't want to have an operation during the pandemic and everything that's going on in the hospitals, that is a year ago that they found precancerous cells. So I'm really keen to have the hysterectomy, but I am going to ask to keep my ovaries because I feel like I'm going from one battlefield into another one, but blindfolded, and there's no going back. So if I was to have my ovaries taken out, I would be put on HRT. I would spend months or years even trying to get the right one, and there's no saying that that would even make me feel better. I could be depressed, I will have hot sweats, vaginal dryness. Like I don't want any of these things, and women that have had it and are going through it are still experiencing endometriosis pain. So, you know, having my ovaries out, which I find is I go through a manageable pain now, to have my ovaries out where there's no going back from that. I just think I'm going to try and keep them for as long as possible. But of course, if the surgeon does go inside and see that they need to come out, then, you know, I'm prepared for that. There are women that are confronted with, you are losing your womb, you're losing your ovaries, you have cancer or another illness, and you know, they don't have that choice. And you know, I would have them out in a heartbeat if it meant that I was having a longer and better quality of life. But I am having this surgery to give me better quality of life, and I don't want to go into the unknown unless I have to. So that's it really. As I say, this is the first video I've ever done, so I'm sorry if it's a bit rubbish. But I will record more just so that I can share it and share the experience I'm going to have over the next month. I'm really nervous, quite scared actually, but I want to be able to share that, so anyone that's going through the same thing will be able to get my perspective on it and my experience. And if anyone has any questions, I'm always happy to ask and share. What happens personally with my body is natural to a lot of women, and we need to talk about it. We need to make everyone feel comfortable with talking about it, talking about bad periods. And especially one thing I wanted to say was, when I was younger, I was always told, it's just a bad period, you know, get over it, you're going to have them for the next 40 years. Don't say that to anyone. Don't let anyone say that to a young woman who is coming for help, that's in pain, that's going through bad periods. It's debilitating. It can take over your whole life. It takes over your mood. It takes over my entire month. I think I have a week, maybe 4 days maximum, where I actually feel okay. But I'm constantly with a hot water bottle, and I've been like that now for years. But it's best to go to the doctors, and if you don't agree with what your doctor says, if they don't explore it with you, keep going, ask to see another doctor. I actually saw a female doctor when my mood was so bad for the week before my period. Week to 10 days I was unbearable. I was becoming a mum that was shouty, and I didn't like it. So I went for help, and my female doctor, and I make that point because I was so disappointed with her reaction. She just wanted to put me on antidepressants when I couldn't explain to her more. It was just that time before my period. The rest of the month I feel fine. Luckily I don't suffer with depression full time. And then I went to see another doctor, and he offered me a medicine that was for blood pressure. And it sounded a bit random, but I tried it, and he said to just take it for that 7 to 10 days before your period and then stop. And it really did help my mood. So she didn't want to explore the fact that PMT could be that bad, but that's just because she doesn't suffer with it. That doesn't mean that it doesn't happen to women. I've seen stories where women get in their car and then they wake up in a field and they've got no idea how they get there. That's because of their PMT and hormones. So don't stop, just always keep going back and asking the questions. What can you do to help me? What help is there? And like I said, just ask the women on Instagram, who are more than happy to share their stories and the answers for you. Yes, so like I said, I will record over the next month, even though I find it very uncomfortable, and just to share with you how it is, and then post-operation how that is as well. So yeah, if you're watching this, you must be going through bad periods, so I really hope you're feeling well. And yeah, if you have any questions, please do ask, and I'll try and answer what I can. Thanks, bye.